Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish Gaming. This is Neon. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is the, the second Final Fantasy VII remake, reimagining game that's coming out that looks significantly better than the first one, but there are going to be some major changes to the well-known Final Fantasy VII story, and I don't think it's going to make people happy. And I think it's become apparently clear to anyone who played the first Final Fantasy VII remake that this game is going to deviate from the original. In fact, it's shaping up to be more of a sequel or an alternate timeline or something from the original Final Fantasy VII. Think the Evangelion movies, right? So we're going to talk about that one big scene with Aerith, or Aerith, depending on who you ask, and how that might change. Now, there are spoilers in this video for the handful of you that are not familiar with Final Fantasy VII, have not played Final Fantasy VII. The game's been out for freaking ever, almost 30 years. But if you haven't played it or you're not familiar with it, there's a big, huge spoiler in the video, so you've been warned. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, Aerith dies. She dies. This is the original scene. We're going to run it through here, or part of it. And let's see where we're at. There we go. This is one of the most classic scenes in gaming history. And it still, all these years later, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But she also doesn't bleed very heavily. Yeah, so that's it. So they're talking that there's going to be a huge plot twist with her death. And I have to wonder if she doesn't actually die in this version of Final Fantasy. So let's talk about this. Oh God, it still hurts. Still hurts all these years later, doesn't it? A lot of people, this is their first permadeath in a video game. For me, it was actually Nay in Phantasy Star 2. That was the first time I was introduced to the concept of permadeath in an RPG. Like, you could bring her back from the dead countless times until you get to a certain point in the game, and then it's like, yeah, we can't do it anymore because reasons. Just, we're gonna make some reasons up. So there it is, guys. You were already warned. We're gonna talk about the remake. Oh man, can't be real. Oh my God, it's not real. So yeah, let's talk about this. According to Niche Gamer, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, its most famous scene will have a big surprise. The director for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the next entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series, teased the game's most famous scene will have a big surprise. Director is at Naoki Hamaguchi teased the change-up while being interviewed by a Thai game website at the Thailand Game Show 2023. The shocking moment between Aerith, Sephiroth, and Cloud in the original Final Fantasy VII was brought up, and the site asked if there would be any changes. So that question, and for all the gamers regarding the you-know-what moment, we can confirm that we will have a big surprise, Hamaguchi said. So you can look forward to that in the game. Does Aerith like do a roundhouse and kick the crap out of Sephiroth or something? Does she kill Sephiroth? I don't know. For those unaware, the first installment in the Final Fantasy VII Remake was heavily criticized over its inclusion of spirits that were trying to stop characters from doing things they didn't do in the original game, along with other elements not present in the original. Yes, as much as I enjoyed the graphical refresh, and we did a couple of gameplay videos on the channel of Final Fantasy VII Remake, I was expecting a one-to-one remake. I was expecting a one-to-one remake, a more fleshed out story, and but it was going to stay true to the original. And it's very, very clear that they're not going to do that. And they're also going to break it up in like 50 parts so they can charge you. This game's going to cost like $300 or $400 by the time they're done with it, probably. Many theorize the game is perhaps taking place in a separate timeline from the original game, and that Aerith is aware of how things are meant to actually go, possibly leading her to making it out of a certain encounter. Elsewhere in the interview, the iconic minigames found throughout the game, most especially the Gold Saucer, were also brought up. Hamaguchi confirmed the minigames are returning, but one won't be included until the third and hopefully final game. So the minigames in the Gold Saucer will still be maintained in this game, but some minigames like Snowboard are still inaccessible, considering the storyline in this game covers up to the Forgotten Capital location. We won't include them in the next game. Are we talking 3 games, or are we talking this thing is going to be like... This is already multiple discs, isn't it? I'm hearing it's multiple discs, And it looked like the majority of the plot is actually in this game, because for those who didn't play the original, Midgar was only the first like couple hours of the game. And then you got to go out into the world, and you had 40 hours of exploration or whatever. And it was across 3 CDs back in the day. And that was huge back then. Like, it was a massive, massive game. But yeah, it sounds to me like they're just going to trickle this thing out. And I have to wonder, like, are we going to have an overhead map? It doesn't look to me like there's any kind of an overhead map. It looks like we're going to do everything, in real time or whatever. So it's going to be different. I mean, it doesn't look bad from what I've seen. The trailer doesn't look bad objectively, but it's going to take them like 10 years to retell Final Fantasy VII, and then it's not even going to be one-to-one with the original. It's going to deviate. Anyway, the guy added, "We'll maintain your extraordinary experience and impression of the Gold Saucer location with many mini-games. In addition, other mini-games are not limited to the Gold Saucer, but you can find them in various locations when running after or completing side missions. So after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is released, Gold Saucer will retain many of the mini-games there." And supposedly, this game is not going to have or utilize game saves from the first one, from Remake. So it's basically a separate game. It kind of reminds me of I guess Xeno's Saga, they actually kept your game saves too. So I don't know. It seems like it's going to be kind of a self-contained separate game sequel to the first one. So they're going to do a trilogy or a tetralogy or whatever you want to call it. And it sounds like there are going to be many, many changes from the original. So be prepared, and be prepared for lots and lots of anger from Final Fantasy VII purists. I'm not angry. I'm actually just indifferent to it at this point. I'm like, I really wish you'd put as much care into your other Final Fantasy games as you're putting into this remake, because it seems like you guys have been phoning it in, and you're just going back to the same well again and again and again and again. But I digress. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. Thanks for watching. If you like this content and want to see more, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And check out more videos on the channel, including Let's Plays and art and animation videos here on Clownfish Gaming.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted.
No. Wait,
oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like, I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you've got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.